The purple group didn't have a chance to work on the Chapter 2 test, and it is on page 98. So if you'll pause the video a moment and go to 98, then we'll take this test together. And we would have done this in class today, but we had a lot of wonderful things happening, so we didn't have time. Okay? So when you're on page 98, it is the Chapter 2 test, and it's just a really small test this week. And then when we learn how to take these tests, then we'll take a little bit longer ones. On one side, there are a bunch of little lines. I didn't put the little lines in, so in front of some phrases and numbers. And on the other side, there are letters and definitions. So we're going to take things over on the right side here, and we're going to match them with things on the left side. All right? And that may seem overwhelming. It's actually not very easy the first time you take one of these tests. I don't like the format, but the information is good. And so what we're going to use the most are our chants and our question and answer flow. Those are going to help a lot. So I like to look over at this side with the letters, and I like to say, is there anything here that sounds like one of our chant? Verb, adjective, or another adverb. Ooh, I've heard that in a chant before. A verb, adjective, or another adverb. What is that? Well, look over here and we'll say, hey, isn't that an adverb? An adverb, there's our A. An adverb modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb. That goes together. That works. So that's an A over here. Now let's take a peek. Ooh, what other one sounds like a chant? How about noun or pronoun? Oh, what modifies a noun or pronoun? Well, remember our chant, and we have our chant. An adjective modifies a noun or pronoun. So that's number 3. 3 is I, because it works with that chant. An adjective modifies a noun or pronoun. So cross those out. We've done 2 of them. Ooh, I know this one. Person, place, thing. This little floating names a person, place, or thing. What is that? Okay, you're right. That would be a noun. This little noun floating around names a person, place, or thing. Okay, we get to cross off another one. All right, now let's look through here. What one? Ooh, let's try this one. I like this one. An imperative sentence gives a what? What is that imperative sentence? An imperative sentence gives a command or makes a request. That's one of our sentence type chants. Can we find that over here? Makes a request or gives a command. That's number 8. L. An imperative sentence makes a request or gives a command. All right. Ooh. What about this one? Shows strong feeling. I have a feeling there were lots of these kind of sentences in our lunch recess today. There's a lot of strong feeling. So I wonder what kind of sentence shows strong feeling. Oh, that's exclamatory, isn't it? An exclamatory sentence shows strong feeling. Did you get it marked down? Get it crossed off? Let's see. What do we have? We have who, and we have what. Those are 2 questions that we ask when we're looking at our sentence. Who ran down the road? Who ate their dinner? What would that go with? Well, that is going to be a question over here. Ooh. It helps us determine the subject And the who goes with a person. So B is going to go with a subject noun question that's a person. Who ate my donut? That's a question for a person. All right, so let's cross off B as subject noun question for a person. But what if our subject isn't a person? What if our subject is a thing? What ate my donut? Maybe it wasn't eaten by a person. It was eaten by a thing. So let's say what. That's going to be a subject noun question for a thing. There's our thing. So what was E? E's our subject noun question for a thing. Okay. See if that E crossed out. There we go. Now it's going to be double crossed out. All right. Here's a question. What is being said about blank? Now we use that when we're doing our Shurley answer flow, and that helps us figure out what the verb is. So what is being said about helps us figure out what the subject is doing. So that's going to be our verb question. C is our verb question. So if it's Mrs. Proctor sleeps, which is what I want to do right now, I'm very tired, then we'll say, who sleeps? Mrs. Proctor. And then we'll say, what is being said about Mrs. Proctor? Mrs. Proctor sleeps, and that gives us our verb. Okay, not many left. What about period? Where do we put a period? We put a period at the end of a sentence. We put it at the end of a declarative sentence. Okay? So, we have declarative, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory. Declarative is a statement of fact, and it ends with a period. So do you see that over here? Punctuation for a declarative sentence. When you're just telling someone something, you just put a period. Or you're just stating a fact. Or just stating something, whether it's a fact or not. There we go. Declarative sentences in a period. Now there's not much left. Ooh, let's do noun markers. We are the article adjectives, teeny tiny adjectives, a and the, a and the. We are called article adjectives or noun markers. We are memorized and used every day, and if you spot us, you can mark us with the label A. So what is a noun marker? It's also called an article adjective. So we're going to put a K next to 7. Article adjectives are also noun markers. And now what is left? We have something called an indefinite article, and we have the word the. Oh, that's weird. And over here, we have a definite article, and we also have a and an are also called. Those are our last 4, and we've got to figure out how we're going to match this up. So I see there's definite articles over here and indefinite articles. So I'm going to put some apples on our page. Very odd looking apples. Whoa, that one's really weird looking. Kind of like the apples the deer have been munching in my backyard. All right, and one of these apples is red, sort of red striped. Oh, red checked now. And these other 2 apples are oddly white. But that doesn't make any sense. So let's press the wrong button. Okay, so we're going to turn those 2 apples into green apples. So here we go. Got green now. I think I have green. What happened? Did you see the green come up? Let's take a look. There's green, and I have to hit marker. Okay, now we've got some green apples. No, goodness gracious. Oh, there we go. Now we've got some green apples. Terrible. This apple doesn't want to color green. Oh, finally. All right, 2 green apples on a red apple. And I don't think they look like apples at all. I think they look strange, but that's okay. Now, we have articles a, an, and the. These are our article adjectives, teeny tiny adjectives, a and the, a and the. And we also know they can be called noun markers, okay? But two of these are two of these are indefinite articles, and one of them is a definite article. Well, that sounds really weird. Your mom and dad may not even know what this is, but if I tell you to go and eat an apple, then you see these 3 apples, and Mom, Mrs. Proctor said to eat an apple. I could eat a red one, I could eat a green one, I could eat this big fat green one. An apple is any of these apples, right? That's an indefinite article. But if I tell you you have to eat the red apple, that is a definite apple. The apple. So go eat the apple that's red, or go eat the fat green one. Then I'm talking about a specific apple. So over here, indefinite articles are talking about not really specific ones, like any old apple, an apple of any sort. All right? So indefinite articles are going to go with a or an. Let's put an H there. Those are indefinite. If your mom says, go eat a snack, she's not telling you what kind of snack to eat. Maybe you have a whole drawer full of snacks. But if your mom says, go eat the snack that I put out on the counter, that's a specific snack. So J, the, is a definite article. It's telling the snack that your mom wanted you to eat. So we're going to put J over here is the definite article. So if I tell Josh to go eat the snack in the cupboard, do you know what snack he would eat? It would be a pepperoni stick. As a matter of fact, I probably don't have to tell him to go eat the pepperoni stick. I probably have to tell him to not eat the pepperoni stick, or there won't be any left for tomorrow. Okay, so hopefully you saw how we're reading along and we're matching. You could match from this side, or you could match from this side. It doesn't matter, but we're going to use our chance, and we're going to use our Shurley question and answer flow to figure out how these things go and what these things are. All right, that's your Shurley.